The Hemel Aarde Pass on the R320 is a tarred road connecting the coastal town of Hermanus with Caledon via the Hemel Aarde Valley, well known for its world-class wine estates. The pass is longer than the national average at 8.2 kilometers and descends 231 meters to produce an average gradient of a mild 1 in 35, but there is one specific section where things get decidedly steep at 1 in 8. The pass offers access to a number of tourist attractions and is very popular amongst the mountain biking set, so be particularly aware of coming across cyclists on this road, especially over weekends and holidays. The scenery is varied and includes open heather and fynbos slopes near the summit to neatly cultivated vineyards along the southern section. Note that the road has no safety shoulders, so bear this in mind when overtaking cyclists who must be given 1.5 meters clearance space by law. We filmed this pass from north to south in the descending mode. It starts in the north opposite the Sumer Ridge Wine Estate and descends past the turnoff to De Bosdam Irrigation Dam and then past La Vierge Winery, noticeable for its bright pink color scheme. From here one has sweeping views over the valley. The descent is fairly mild at this point and most of the bends are of a gentle nature, but things change abruptly at the 4-kilometer mark where the road enters a nasty S-bend, starting off with a razor-sharp left-hand bend. Speed needs to be dropped to 40 km per hour for this corner, and the signage is quite clear, but many people get caught unawares by the sharpness of this bend. Not only does it turn through 100 degrees, but the corner has a touch of reverse banking, plus the gradient rapidly ramps up to 1 in 8, making it easily the steepest part of the pass. Immediately after the S-bend is the entrance to the Falmouth Trust Retreat and its well-known chapel, which is a popular venue for weddings. Once through the S-bend, the gradients ease right off, as do the severity of the bends. Enjoy the country atmosphere and pick any one of dozens of wine farms for a sample of the local fare. In 1815, Hermanus Pitters, after whom the town of Hermanus was named, journeyed from Holland to a farm in Caledon where he taught children in the local area. He was paid in sheep, and legend has it that during the holidays he would trek over an ancient elephant trail through the Hemel Aarde Valley to a spring that provided excellent grazing and where he could also fish from the rocks. Today you can take a drive through the slush valley, now with the addition of vineyards, enjoying all that the wine farms, forests and restaurants have to offer. You can also take a walk, go for a horse ride or try out a mountain bike trail. Some of the eateries and wineries that you can visit include the Place Combace, La Vierge, Creation, Sumer Ridge, Spookfontein, Ataraxia and Domaine des Dieux if you enjoy champagne. The Hemel Aarde Pass offers a perfect balance of pleasant driving through wine farms, wooded valleys and fynbos-clad mountains, all within a stone's throw of Hermanus. If you're still looking for things to do after driving this pass, why not try some whale watching, or for the more adventurous, go and try some shark cage diving. These fynbos-clad hills, overlooked by a series of towering cape-fold mountains and swept by offshore winds from the Atlantic, are home to some 15 wineries, each growing relatively small volumes of grapes to produce individual and excellent wines. The valley stretches from just outside Onrus on the coast, inland to Caledon via Shaw's mountain pass. The scenery alone is worth the drive, so you may want to set aside the better part of a day for this adventure, particularly if adding wine tastings to the outing is high on your list. The pass ends at this intersection at the 8.2 kilometer mark.